Muslim movement. I was raised in one of those mosques. You understand? But I had to walk away because I saw how we completely ignored black people's problems. We completely ignored black culture. We completely ignored the black reality. It was all Islam. Learn your Arabic. And I'm like, I'm a practicing Arab. I'm not practicing Islam. I'm practicing Arabism. Why do I got to learn Arab language to worship God? Why do I got to eat like the Arab to worship God? Why do I got to dress like the Arab to worship God? This is not the worship of God. This is the deification of Arabic culture. And that's why I walked away from it. And now African spirituality is my foundation.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. I want to respond to a clip someone sent me by Dr. Umar Johnson where he was mentioning some of the reasons why he left Islam, claiming that Islam didn't address the problems of the black community. And he mentioned that he, in fact, wasn't learning Islam, he was learning Arabism. And he said, why do I have to learn the language of the Arabs in order to worship God? You know, and so he's casting blame upon Islam for these reasons. In response to this, first and foremost, as it is well known amongst all Muslims and even many non-Muslims, is that the religion of all the prophets and messengers was Islam. And there are many proofs for that. From those proofs is the statement of Allah in His book. And were you present when death reached Yaqub, Jacob, and he said to his sons, what will you worship after? They said, we'll worship your God and the God of your fathers, Abraham, Ismail, Ishmael, and Ishaq, Isaac. Ilahum wahida. One God alone. And we are submitting as Muslims to Him. So this shows right here that the religion of all the prophets was Islam. And it's known that Jacob wasn't an Arab or Arab, as he says, nor was Abraham, nor was Ishmael, and nor was Isaac, but they were all Muslims. That's from one perspective. Another perspective is, it is as if Dr. Umar Johnson believes that there is only one type of worship or one act of worship within Islam, which is the prayer, which is said in Arabic. And no doubt this is false. As for worship in Islam, it's a comprehensive term for everything that Allah loves and is pleased with, from statements and actions. So there are many acts of worship. From that is the prayer, the 5 obligatory prayers. From that is fasting. From that is Hajj. From that is charity. From that is slaughtering. From that is vowing and sacrificing. From that is obedience to the parents. There are many acts of worship in Islam. And there's no one from, according to my knowledge, these scholars of Islam said all these acts of worship must be done in the Arabic language. Fasting, how would that even be done in the Arabic language? Yeah, this is an act of worship. You're worshiping God by fasting, by withholding from food and drink. Charity. These acts of worship, they don't require the Arabic language. Nor does supplication, calling upon Allah, asking Allah for your needs. A person can call upon Allah in their language. Now, the obligatory prayer, the salat, which is one type from the types of acts of worship in Islam, yes, it must be done in the Arabic language. This is how the Prophet ﷺ legislated it, that the prayer be done in Arabic. But that's one act of worship from the many acts of worship. So for him to say, and it shows his ignorance of Islam, the reality of Islam, for him to say that, why do I have to worship God in the language of the Arabs? not precise at all. And it shows that Dr. Umar Johnson is ignorant and misinformed of the reality of the religion of Islam. And no doubt, the Arabic language, although it's not required for all acts of worship, just as I clarified, but no doubt the Arabic language is from the religion, because the Quran was sent down in the Arabic language. The Quran was sent down in the Arabic language. So the Muslims all over the world, Indonesia, Malaysia, all throughout Africa, North Africa, and likewise many other countries in Africa, many of them, they learn the book of Allah, meaning the Quran, and they recite it, and they learn it in the Arabic language as it was revealed, as it came down from Allah to Angel Jibril, from Angel Jibril to Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. And Prophet Muhammad, he taught it to his companions. And from the companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from them were blacks, from them were Persians, from them were Arabs, from them were Romans. And further, Allah, he mentioned, O mankind, indeed we have created you from male and female, and we made you tribes and nations so that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noblest of you in front of God, in front of Allah, is the most pious. So in Islam, it's not about a skin color. It's not about a skin color. It's about the one who has piety in front of God, no matter they're black, no matter if they're white, no matter if they're Arab, no matter if they're non-Arab. So these are just some doubts from Dr. Umar Johnson that I'd like to quickly address. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him to that which is correct and keep the Muslims firm upon their religion. And all praise due to Allah, Lord of all creation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.